Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Did I show you my attorney? I did show you my attorney's badge. What about Adrian? What's this? I don't know what that is at all. Well, never mind then. Welcome back. We're just chilling out with this man. He was totally not a vampire. Colin Calere. So you're a blood specialist. What exactly does that mean? You know, that stuff. In your blood. Pretty colorful stuff. Well, I mean, what makes you a specialist? Only I can see its true beauty. The pretty colors. Colors? Have you ever similar spell to Mr. Descree? You got it, man. My eyes are special. Only I can see it. It's called Bloody Spectacle. The true color of blood. I see. Only thing that would make that make sense if it's like everyone's blood has unique color, so it's useful for crime scenes. See what blood goes where. That doesn't sound too useful. That's not all, after all. Everyone's blood is a different color, actually. Oh, I wonder, what color is your blood? We're not gonna find out right now. Oh, don't you bare your fangs at me. What a shame. So, if I got this right, you can see people's blood in unusual colors. Yes. There's something unique about each person's blood. What an oddly specific spell. This would be fairly useless in most situations. So what's the limit? Care to share? It's nothing big, really. Well, I can see it. I can't smell it. I've forgotten by this point that iron smell of fresh blood. Ah, well. Quite tragic. As expected, a weak spell comes with a pretty weak limit, too. So basically, if you see blood, you can make comparisons to deduce where it came from, right? Yes. All I need is 2 samples. Then I can tell if it's from the same person. Probably checked the big mess outside already. I should ask him some more about what he found. Is that the victim? And the bag is replacing his head. Let's ask him about the blood first. You've already taken a look at the blood outside, then? Yes, of course. Sugar. And do you know who that blood belongs to? I was here before they took away the corpse. It was totally the victim's blood. Took a close look. Very close. That bright yellow color. No doubt about it. Well, it looks like the giant pool of blood did indeed belong to the victim. What a surprise! Hold it! If you can't spell blood, and it looked yellow, Ray don't. Then how'd you know it was blood? Hashtag gotcha, Ray. If you really want to know. Well, I don't. It glows little. Yes. Sure does. Make absolutely sure I sometimes, taste it. There are other ways to tell than just smell. He drank it! Ah! There's no way that's how he meant it. Actually, that is what I meant. Yes, kinda. Ah! Vampire's identity confirmed. Relax, not quite like that. I don't drink blood off the ground. If it wasn't on the ground, But if it wasn't on the ground, you would. I just touched it with my finger, then licked it. Yes, definitely blood. Out there. Hashtag gross. Also definitely still a vampire. Noted. Despite his dubious methods, this might prove useful. If I find anything else with blood on it, I should probably show it to him. Okay, who's the man? So, who exactly is sitting in the chair over there? Beats me. You don't know. There are some things that are obvious. She's been dead for a while, for example. Wait, dead? Wait, she? Yes, are you surprised? This is an unidentified corpse. Explain why they haven't moved at all. Explains why they haven't moved at all since we got here. How come nobody mentioned this to me? We've ruled it as irrelevant to the case, we did. A dead person near the crime scene, and you don't think it's related. We had 2 reasons. Yes, we did. First one is, we don't know who this is. All people in Safe Haven are accounted for. Right. There was someone with a spell keeping track of the body count in the town. Someone leaves the town's boundaries, the count goes down temporarily, but you'd definitely still be able to tell if somebody went missing permanently. As far as I'm informed on that, anyway. In other words, you're positive that this person was not from our town. Yes, they must have been an outsider. Weren't there rumors about an outcast once? There were, but in the end, we don't know what this means. The outcast. Someone who's been thrown out of the town. But it supposedly happened 50 years ago or so. You have medical care inside the walls, but life expectancy out here is pretty low. There's no way to last that long. What if it's the vampire? Well, at least that's the problem. Well, at least that problem's been taken care of then. Right. Rumors of the outcast and the vampires have also mixed at times. Some even said that the outcast was also the vampire and seeking revenge. Makes little sense to me, but that's just how the rumors go. This body definitely seems fairly young, if a little worn. But even so, it's not somebody from our town, so there's no reason to care. If you say so. People from outside don't fall under the protection of the laws. Not that it ever mattered. Aside from an outcast, there were no reports of anybody out here. And then there's reason number 2. This one has been dead for a while. Definitely didn't die today. Huh? You don't really see that this is a corpse at all. Indeed. There hasn't been decomposition yet. The signs are clear. I tried to cut it slightly. There isn't even any blood left inside. Oh. Your face has been completely blown off. Likely by a shotgun or something. Oh shit. Really? And then they put this paper bag on her head. No, that was Mr. Desiree just now. Couldn't bear to look at it for more than a second. Well, thanks for sparing us the view. Well, it was strange. I couldn't find any signs of her brain. It looks like it's been removed, too. Just like the blood. What? This is essentially not much more than an empty shell of a human body, huh? Curious. Very curious. Behind this casual demeanor and carefree smile, the brutal truth was hidden. You recover quickly from shots, I'll give you that. Oh, we got a question mark profile. What do you think about this question mark? What about Titus? Victim? Nothing. Ray? Lucas? Or Linus? Why did I say Lucas? Tell me about yourself. That's me. I'm Bloody Colin. Is what they call me. Does that bother you? Not the most charming nickname. No way, man. It's pretty alright in my opinion. Sums up pretty well what I do, it does. It's like a compliment, it is. Blood is beautiful after all. Lovely once again. Anyway, if you find any pretty blood, feel free to introduce me to it. It just sounds wrong. Are you going to marry it? Yeah, man. What do you make of this? The coffin. Nothing. Okay. Okay, what is this? There's a curious item lying on the floor. That's blood. Excellent observation. Yeah, there's clearly some blood on it. But Never seen a weapon like this, if it even is one. Seems slightly familiar, like I've seen it somewhere before. Maybe in a past life? I'm not sure how you arrived at that. I doubt it. Maybe you were the killer in a past life. Think about that. Then time wouldn't make much sense. What's time? A miserable little pile of moments. Yeah. That almost sounded clever, admittedly. Almost. Well, this thing is probably relevant. I'll take a note of it. Strange blade. Add to the court record. This is actually a dead woman. Definitely had me fooled. Please don't take a peek. I won't. Blood expert gave me enough of an idea. Apparently Adrian put that censorship on the head. But aside from that, it's exactly as it was found. Kind of a casual position to get shot in. It smells fishy to me. I bet she was moved after death. That'd be pretty weird as well, though. Why move her into this casual pose? Maybe the killer thought it was funny? Hashtag bad humor? Yeah, I thought the invisible upside-down cross outside was strange. So far, this case seems straightforward. With some really bizarre stuff being found on the sidelines. Okay, I think that's really all we're gonna get. What do you make of this, the weapon? I'm sure you've taken a look at this. Ah, yes, the murder weapon. Yes. This is the murder weapon? Can you elaborate? Of course. Just ask away and I'll go into full details, I will. Okay, I will then. The murder weapon? So this was the weapon the defendant used. Yes, it has to be it. Still, this looks odd. What is this? It's pretty obvious it is. It's the modified arm of a slicer. Whoa. A slicer? One of the known species of them. Fast six-legged creatures that rely on hearing. The important part. Two arms, if you could call them that. Each of them has two of these to cut through their prey. Yes, they're quite deadly, they are. It's the sharpest, hardest material we've ever seen. I've heard they have no trouble cutting through solid stone with these. Still, to find one of these here modified for human use with two handles. Quite a find. Not many would even survive an encounter with those things. Oh, I'm getting my voices mixed up again. Yes. Whoever got this must have been good at fighting. Is the defendant such a capable fighter? Nice try, but we won't argue that this belonged to the defendant, I think. More likely to have belonged to the victim. Or someone else. Wouldn't that have been illegal? Yes, of course. Of course. If it was brought into safe haven, it is. Furthermore, could the defendant even handle such a thing? I've been informed he's still fairly young. He'd received some combat training. I'm his mentor in preparation for his future post. Sorry, man. Probably no longer his future post, unless I can somehow make a difference. Despite being harder than steel, this material is actually not that heavy. I don't think you'll get to say he couldn't have handled it. Did you dust for fingerprints? Fingerprints? You do know that your fingers leave some traces on surfaces. Right. I think we used to have some stuff for that, we did. Haven't had to use them in at least 30 years, though. People don't murder that often these days. But they do when someone going out of control with their spell. You're doing it wrong. Do you not care at all about the truth? They have a point. That prosecutor would have little need to bother with fingerprints. Minute forensics like that won't change the outcome of the trial. Even if the fingerprints aren't on the weapon, gloves explain it all away. Fingerprints are pretty useless, honestly. This is madness! Yes. Besides, we don't have the time to check everything for prints out here. Even we are not allowed to just bring stuff from outside in the safe haven. Even though a murder happened, the safety of the town is more important than the truth of one little slaughter. I'm guessing that means no taking the murder weapon with us. Is it even possible to take it through the barrier? Let's see. Guardian's barrier prevents any variation of them from passing through. What if it's just their severed arm made into a weapon? I'm tempted to try it, but it's not worth the trouble. So you check the blood on the blood. So you check the blood on this too. Of course. Just finished doing that when you showed up, I did. Any curious finds? It's the victim's blood. And only his blood. Blech. Did you taste this too? Yes, I'm a professional, I am. Of course I did. Still, I feel like something was a little off about the taste. Off? I might forget asking. It was definitely blood, but there was a weird bitterness to it, like it was mixed with something else. But something other than the blood on a blade? Maybe someone put poison on the edge. Well, in that case, the officer might drop any second now. Hashtag amateur. Some poisons are only effective if they enter the bloodstream. Just digest them to be fine. Do you know any science? I knew that. Hashtag a likely story. Let's just put down what we actually learned about this thing. A little bitter or salty trace could be anything. Maybe someone just spilled their coffee. Slicer on. Interesting. You will regret this. It will be more painful than staring at the empty bottom of your cup of coffee. Well, that's not too painful. Okay. Don't think we really have anything else. Oh, we can go upstairs? Let's see if there's anything upstairs. Oh. Western City ruins, abandoned house, upper floor. This is the only floor that seems safe to step on. The other ones all had giant holes in them. Well, I doubt this place has any relevance, but maybe we'll still find a thing if we look closely enough. Examine. Fireplace? There might be a secret passage in the fireplace, you know. How about if we just check? Fool! That's why it's secret. You can't find it. That'd be too easy. Well, if there's no way to verify this theory, there's no point in keeping it. Dust. Lots of dust. Okay. If we're not careful, we might fall. Lots of holes in the floor here. Fireplace. Dust. This window. There's a weird trace on the bottom of the inner part of the frame. Almost like something thin and long was slid across here. A rope. Joke's on you. The window is completely barred. Hashtag impossible to leave through it. Perfect locked room. Far from perfect, actually. Leaving aside there's holes in the floor and an open staircase. There's no glass in this window. It's just a hole. The same is true for any other window I saw, really. No glass. That's blasphemy. Well, it must have been shattered or removed at some point. These things are old. At any rate, this means something like a rope could be put through it easily, without opening. How did he see through my locked room? No, I'm telling you, this is the opposite of a locked room. It's open. It's open. It is open. It could not possibly get more open than it actually is. Well, on my scale of likelihood of this being important, I give it a 50-50 shot. Which is enough to make a note. Barred window, traces of something thin and long being slid across it. I doubt we'll find anything else up here. Time to move on. Okay, we got what we came for. Downstairs. Let's see, what is down? Oh, hello. What happened here? What secrets are you keeping in your basement? Who are you talking to? This house has been abandoned. Anyway, that's a lot of shards. Quite a lot. Be careful where you step. Shards. Be glad there's no rule about taking off your shoes. Why would there be? Actually, never mind. That reference kind of went over my head. This is a pretty spacious basement. Heck, it seems to be larger than the house itself. Wonder what the purpose used to be. I'd be surprised if there wasn't some relevant items in here. Let's have a good look at this mess. That looks like a shotgun. Just a gun. Boring. Sure. This is definitely the least important item in this room. Somebody's killed with a gun, it's always so obvious. I mean, there's almost always a bullet left at the scene. Even if there isn't, the wound makes it hashtag obvious. You're saying other weapons don't share this property? There's also rifling marks. Way too easy. Well, you won't be getting any of those with this weapon. This is clearly a shotgun. I have a rough idea of the science behind those. They work differently. Ah yes, the shotgun. Extremely effective at close range. Especially against zombies. Would they qualify as something similar to zombies, I wonder? Possibly. I doubt even a shotgun would help you hold out that long against multiple of them. Let's see. What I can tell, there's a shot missing. So it could have been fired recently, I suppose. See? It's extremely obvious to tell if they had been used. So easy. It's almost like you want us to have trouble at arriving at the truth. Wouldn't surprise me. Alright, shotgun get. We're getting a lot of evidence. Why am I checking the one place here where there isn't anything? Because nothing is scarier. That answer makes not as much sense. Some kind of trolley? More of a rolling table? The culprit hid the decisive evidence here. Right under everyone's favorite dish. Hashtag brilliant. That's nice, but there isn't anything resembling food around. Something used to be on this table. It's gone. There are some shards on it, though. Maybe the glass shard used to be something placed on this? For example, a vase! A glass vase? That sounds odd. Watch me the truth. Such is the power of Guest-tective. Moving on, then. Best we can get from this is, there's a table, there are shards. So I'll put that down just in case. Holy shit, we really are picking up a lot of evidence. No blood in the shards. No evidence hidden on the table. It's all wrong! As usual, you have some bizarrely random expectations. Okay, what else is there? Undo the curtains! Let's not. Why did you use a word like undo? But is it suspicious? Things aren't just suspicious by merit of being curtains. That's very curtainist, oh no. Why'd I do that? I shouldn't try doing those jokes. Thank you for regretting it instantly. But it's red. If we committed curtainside. I'm sure there's any blood hidden on the curtain. The police will find it. I'm not entirely sure how it would even get up there, though. In fact, why is the curtain stretched across the ceiling like this? They probably just wanted the place to not look that empty. You're way too suspicious. It's just a curtain. Don't think too hard about it. But didn't you start on this? Weren't you the one who started us on this? Isn't that what I've been saying? I feel tricked. What What is this in the corner here? Gah! It's the flashlight! That was dramatic. It's the main villain for sure. Everything's been the doing of this very object. Hashtag just as planned. These other shards, remnants of its fallen competitors, corpses. Okay, let's just get back to reality here. It's a flashlight. Nothing special. You will regret ignoring this. Add it to the court record. No. Do it. No. And so its evil scheme has everyone fooled once again. You will regret this once it turns out the flashlight played you like a damn fiddle. Pretty sure flashlights cannot play musical instruments. A shelf. Doesn't seem to be anything left in it. There are some traces in the dust suggesting that there used to be something there, though. The smell suggests medicine? Herbs? Wait, there's actually still something left in the corner. What is it? Glue. It's more than 300 years old. What? Real criminals use duct tape. Let's see if it still works. Oh, it's actually still really sticky. Problem. My fingers. They're completely glued together. I know it said super glue, but didn't expect it to still work this well. What do you think, Ray? Has he finally learned his lesson? Maybe he has, May. He's finally entered a higher difficulty mode. So the one in the mirror was called May. I was wondering about that. Well, technically I didn't care much. So, any ideas how to help me out here? We could use some of the shards to cut through the glue. I see. Got any good ideas on how to help me? Use the Force. Sounds like a plan. Okay, just carefully analyze the situation. Maybe water will help. Let's take a look in the instruction manual. Nope, says waterproof right on page 3. At least you actually looked it up with your spell. Wait, spells? That might work. Sure, it says waterproof, but I can force water on it anyway. I'll just combine this glue with the water from that bottle in my house. Oh. And it came off. Experiment successful. I didn't know you could do it over such a distance. Well, there's no limit on the distance of my spell. Oh, to be honest, no guarantee the water would come here. Rather than the other way around. This could have gone horribly wrong. But from what I figured out about my spell recently, I was pretty certain it wouldn't. And just like that, he's back in easy mode. I don't think having my hands glued has much difficulty in court. Anyway, time to move on. Not even a note for the glue? No. I'd rather just forget about it. It's important. I'll sure to remember this experience even without a note. What happens when you combine something else and undo this one? What do we gain from this? Shotgun and the trolley. And the glass shards. There's a flashlight in the corner. Curtains are... Undo the curtains. I feel like there's something with the curtains. Go back upstairs. Okay, there's something we're still missing, though. Can I show you this junk? No, you can't. You'd probably have something to say about the shotgun, though. No, you don't. Okay. Wonder. Bright. For a basement, this place is very well lit. I'm surprised the electricity in this place still works, to be honest. A nearby small generator of some sort might be likely. But that really lasts so many years without somebody doing maintenance. Alert! Everyone get ready to leave! Uh-oh. Oh shit. Adrian? Good, you're here. What's happening? Them? You got it. It's like a group of haunters from the church is headed for this area. No need to panic. They're still quite a bit away. Staying around would be too dangerous. Right. I guess that'll have to do then. We'll discuss the results once we're back in a safe region. This is probably the best we can expect from an investigation of this place. Looks like we managed to get away without any incident. Told you, there's nothing to worry about. I hope you got a good picture of the case now. More or less. I spent more time inside a nearby house than the actual scene. Saw ya. Found the weapon then. Well, it's hard to overlook. Just like the other corpse. Right. I hope you didn't take a look. Do you always carry those paper bags around, just in case? Wouldn't that be something? I just happen to have that with me. I take it you really didn't take much of a look either, then. Well, we did what we could. Manage at the time, but whoever that woman was, she's been determined to not be of priority. Chances are she took her own life when the gun was propelled downstairs. With her hands in her pockets afterwards, I doubt it. Even if she was killed by someone from the town. If she herself isn't someone from the town, there's no law to hold the killer responsible. Anyway, we do still take her into account. I heard the prosecutor's guess was that she's got something to do with the motive. Yet you'll just have to wait until questioning's done. Visiting hours should begin in a few minutes. More importantly, did your investigation yield anything else? There's a few things you probably didn't have time to see. The most striking thing is a stain we found. Let me update the diagram one final time. Please don't update the autopsy report. We don't even have one yet, so I'd appreciate an update. Stain. Oh. Curious. A red stain down that road. Don't jump to conclusions just yet. This actually isn't a blood stain. I had Colin check. Then what is it? We have a pretty good guess because this broken bottle seemed to have contained it. Grape juice. Close. It's a wine. I appreciate that. A wine bottle. A lot of old stuff at the scene. So how much of a chance is there that this is related? Straight to the important question, huh? Well, the stain was already dry, but considering the rain early last night, it must have happened near the time of the crime. I see. Otherwise it wouldn't still have been so clear. Yes, pretty much. By the way, I took a closer look at the shards, and there were traces of a spell being used on some of them. That might mean somebody used a spell to break it. Possible. On the other hand, there is something speaking against its relevance. You see, we pretty much know the defendant and victim. Used the large street on the left, and that street only to arrive at the crime scene. In other words, it's not likely that this belonged to them. So a third person dropped the bottle at the scene. We don't know yet. Couldn't really have been the witness either. Right. Their witness. Let's not jump ahead. The wine's been confirmed to be from Safe Haven, not the outside world. That's about all I can tell you about that. Oh, one last thing. There was a strange rectangular gap in the stain. So basically, some other object was there when the stain was made. Most likely. Well, we didn't find anything that would match it. Someone dropped a bottle of wine near the scene, then. It's worth keeping in mind. Ooh, wine bottle. Now I see you've also marked some other things. Yeah. Found some more traces of radiation. 4 walls here had some large marks on them. They all had similar, but no particular shape. So I'm still thinking this is just someone messing around for no reason. Quite unfortunate that they happened to do so near the crime scene. Interesting. Well, thanks for the new info. Little as it was. Of course. Can't leave you out of the loop now, can I? Not when your special job is completely hopeless. And thanks for the encouragement. I mean it. Sad as it is, there isn't much here you can do. The other lawyers all gave up on their career for a reason, you know? And no matter how sorry old Guardian feels for your client, he's always placed the town's law and safety first. Won't be different here. We'll see, I suppose. Anyway, that's about all I can tell you at the moment. I'll be heading back inside now. You should too. The defendant is probably out of question it now. Go meet him. Sure, I'll do that. You've changed quite a bit, haven't you? 3 months ago it was always just about your research. Take care of the girl, will ya? I'll try. Well, staying outside won't do any good. Home, sweet home. Let's see what we can find out in town. Into town we go. Rise from the ashes. No reaction? Notice me, senpai? I'm kind of used to your randomness by now. Is that what he thinks? And he probably doesn't want our fantastic idea. An idea? Well, go ahead. Just gonna say it either way. Might as well get it out now. You know how the guards at the gate keep noting something down? They're totally keeping gate records. That's totally important evidence. That was actually not a bad thought. What did you expect? A bad thought. Guess we'll drop by the police sometime and see if those gate records exist. Okay, we can go. Police headquarters. We can go home. Oh, I accidentally picked to go home. We're back, but there's still things to be done. Don't tell me you have no idea what to do. Do you even know the basics of investigation? Keep looking for clues until you know absolutely everything. Yeah, true. I suppose good enough won't be enough to win this. Just ask us if you're stuck. I'm a professional. Well, I suppose I could do that if I'm out of ideas. Alright. My idea is what we should do. Well, we should consult the cops again. They still have information. It's our time to be the defendant. We need to get all the info we out of him we can get. And that should be all. Fair enough. That was actually helpful. It was the flashlight with the knife gun in the collection room. Never mind. Okay, let's get out of here. We can still go to the gate. Let's go to prison first. We still need to meet our... Oh, it's the DGS prison. Cell number 4. He's doomed. Haven't you kept insisting we had this figured out? Sure, but in some Asian countries. Asian? Not following your vocabulary there. Man, we are really far in the future. Ah, well, can't be helped, May. It can be so difficult for a high-class person like me to hold a conversation. The masters are all so much behind the times. Pretty sure you're the one behind the times here. So, where's my client? Oh, hello. Oh. You're a lawyer, I suppose. You're Nils Gickham, right? What? Is a lawyer? Figured this might happen. Well, I was chosen to defend you in court. Which is a process to determine your guilt in this crime. 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 That's all everyone is saying. I'm a criminal. I'm at fault. I don't care anymore. Well, I wouldn't be in a great mood either. Just let me alone, please. That won't do. I need to ask you some questions. And ask. He doesn't trust us. But we need to trust our client, no matter what. Easy to say. Let's see if we can work out his story at the very least. I am an attorney. What's that? That's an attorney's badge. Means I'm a lawyer. Well, it would. I'm not really one, but... why are you showing me this? I can't tell you anything about that. Looks like even the badge can't cheer up my client. Maybe Ray maybe overestimate its power. Hardly possible. What can you tell us about yourself? What do you want? Anything, really. I've heard you're looking to join the Guardian Force. I can forget that, can't I? It never takes someone like me now. I'm a risk. I can't lie to him. It's most likely the truth. That's fine, isn't it? I expected as much. Nobody's ever seen so much value in me anyway. I was just some fragile child. True. I don't expect much of children. See? That's what I mean. Linus! That's still Mr. Sky to you. Still better than calling me Dad, I suppose. Who cares? How could you say something like that to him right now? I wasn't done. It's true that I don't expect much of children in terms of ability. However, that doesn't mean I shouldn't respect them for their potential. Potential? Might be nothing right now, but you have a lot of time to grow and become something. That's why you were still called an apprentice, no? In the future. What future? Sorry. Nobody's ever put any faith into me, you know? There are no parents that would come visit me right now. Do you want to know why? Continue. They don't even know. They just abandoned me. After learning that my spell could do nothing useful to them, I was thrown out into the streets. What? The potential you speak of, not even my parents saw it in me. How could I believe in something like that? Ouch. The story. It's almost like... it was just one. Just one. One person that believed in it. Let me guess, your mentor. Yes. Alright, getting somewhere. You should ask him about his spell and end the victim. Okay. I'm gonna go in reverse order. What's your spell? My stupid spell. It's called Transmundane Deviation. Quite a name. What does it do? It's a little complicated. I can mark anything I want with it. As long as it's marked by my spell. It cannot be affected by other people's spells in any way. That's useless, right? It can only limit others. I can see why people might discriminate against something like this. Instead of providing anything, seems mostly good for restricting people. You can use it to protect. Apologies. But it's not even that great at that. Do you want to know why? The limit, I suppose. Yeah, the limit. The spell effect is applied to the user instead. Huh? Well, it's like this. When a spell is used against anything that's marked, the spell effect isn't really cancelled. Instead, it's more like that it's treated like the effect is applied to me instead. Oh. Oh, that's I think I understand. Instead of negation, it's more like messing with the targeting. It's like taking the bullet for whatever you marked. Pretty much. Master Rono seemed to believe it would make for a great protective ability. It would! I don't really see it. I'd just die instead, and then be useless again. Curious. Why would he think so highly of it? Could have its uses, but only against spell users. There are criminals, but why would any of us threaten the protection of the town? He seemed to think there could be unhappy people in the outer districts. It's something about how people get carried away by their emotions sometimes. In such cases, they might not realize that they're making it worse. In other words, some kind of riot. I suppose there's also always a chance that a bad man like Jack shows up again. Jack. I sure wouldn't be able to do much against him. If I'd marked people with my spell, then what? I would have died. And then they would have died the next second, too. I wonder about that. But you know what? I can sort of see how Jack felt. Being born with such a ridiculous spell. Killing people on view. I should not feel sorry for his crazy mass murderer. Sure, his spell was bad. It only truly went out of control when he started killing. Is that what happened? Who really knows? Maybe I'll be able to ask him soon. No. I get convicted, I might be locked up right next to him. Maybe. I still... Never mind. You wouldn't know about Master Ronos, right? More or less. What was your relationship with the victim? He was like a father. And very amazing compared to me. His spell, familiar history, made him outclass most other members of the Guardian Force. After all, no matter what they'd try, he would have time to react 10 seconds in advance. But it wasn't just that. He didn't just rely on that. He was an extremely good detective. Detective? Wouldn't that be more of a job for the police? Well, at the Guardian Force, they are tasked with eliminating threats. Threats to the security of the Great Guardian, oh Jesus. And by extension, the entire town. So by extension, that would involve some degree of researching threats first, investigating them. They have authority to investigate in order to discover secret plots. His analytical ability was also another advantage in combat, to predict his opponent. He was also trained in martial arts, just in case prediction alone could not. Wow, he sounds like he was their best man. Totally max level. Yeah, he is. He was. But, my condolences. I'm sorry. That's rare. He's always said stuff like, believe in yourself. Your spell is the key to a great future. You'll be a better Force member than me someday. Let's see what it got him. What did it get him? Well, he's... dead. Not yet willing to say it outright. Curious, though. Trying to believe this tale. This child's entire world just fell apart. So why would he kill him? Just what happened out there? Okay, what happened? So care to tell us? What else? What you did or saw that night? What happened? You do have to know what we're working with, you know. I'm not... I didn't do a thing. Nothing happened, okay? Huh? Lying won't help you, you know. The truth will catch up. Weren't you supposed to trust me? Now you're calling me a liar too? Like everyone else. I'm here to help you, not to trust you. If you want trust, maybe you should stop hiding things first. You're just like the rest. Just want to get rid of me. Looks like that was too forceful. Can't get people to tell you the truth like this. Well, I'm not sure what else to do. It's obvious that it's in his best interest to tell me, yet he won't. Got any better ideas? I'm all ears. Ideas? Oh, of course I have those. Still, isn't it a shame that poor Linus doesn't have his own lawyer power yet? What? Lawyer power? The power to sue people? Hashtag wrong! Didn't you know? All lawyers come with special powers to determine the truth. What? So, there's spells? Looking at our prosecutor, I can see what you mean, definitely. Spells? Nah, this is completely different. It was around before spells existed. Lawyers with magical powers. Well, like logic powers. Spells are ultimately a product of the mind. And we still don't know how they work. So in theory, those could have been early instances of people developing those capabilities. Assuming what Ray is talking about has any basis in reality. I can't believe we have an actual progression of lawyer powers in a far-off, distant future of the Ace Attorney universe. I love it. Earth to Linus. Keep listening. Again with the Linus. That's what he proposed I'd do. It's easy. You just need to break the cyclock. The what now? What you're seeing here is a psycholock, a mental resistance. First of all, I'm not seeing anything. You are, of course. Correct. There's nothing to be seen for you as you are. Unfortunately, you need a magatama to receive those thoughts. Once again, you're using a lot of terms that mean nothing to me. Worry not. Even if you can't see them, you should be able to break them. Only whims play games without a blindfold, right? You're completely right, Ray. Those people that rely on their eyes are disgusting, really. And for a moment I thought you would have a good idea. But I guess that was asking too much. Wait. Just try it. Imagine the locks. Use your imagination. Are we going to get imaginary cyclocks? Then, break through them, using evidence. I see. You're telling me to use a mental image as assistance. And then treat the process like some sort of chess game. No, not chess. Wrong ability. You're not ready for logic chess yet. Or just some sort of structured process, I suppose. Might work, provided I make the proper moves. Great. Now do you see the locks? I'm trying, but... Oh shit. Hell yeah! Oh god, that's a lot of locks. Not chess, though. Not chess. Ace Attorney Online cannot implement logic chess. What do you know? Maybe I've gone mad after all. You can see them, can't you? The locks in that guy's heart. Well, I've clearly just got that good of an imagination, but yeah. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Alright. All that's left is to break them. I don't know about that. I can try, but he's still hiding it even under those circumstances. Better have some good proof prepared that he's keeping something from us. I can always come back later. He's hardly in a position to go anywhere. Try asking Adrian about him or the victim. We might still have a little more info. Are we done? We'll see about that. Oh my god. That's got a cyclock button and everything. That's really cool. That's really cool. I don't think I'm gonna try and unlock this right now. What do we got? We got 5 minutes left in this video. Oh shit. let's not do that right now. Let's move to police. There you are. Figured you'd show up again sooner or later. Well, I've come across a couple more things you might be able to help me with. Well, I'm gonna be here all day. There's no restriction on what I'm allowed to tell you about, so ask away. Alright, the gate. My assistant had an interesting thought earlier. Do you keep track of who goes in and out of the gate? I see. Yeah, we do. We have someone there who can identify anyone with a spell. So, essentially everyone. Well, our thought process is to not open the gate to any of them. Since they're not human, they wouldn't have spells. Sounds reasonable. So naturally, we do keep track of who left and who entered. You won't learn anything new from these, but feel free to take a look. Hell yeah. Hmm. 22nd. The two leave. 2 minutes later, this Karen cat leaves. A little past midnight, Karen cat returns first. Then Nils returns. Police leave, come back. Everyone leaves. Linus Ray leave with them. 2 hours later, Linus Ray and police come back. Data is kept for 5 months. Interesting. Is there any chance somebody left it some other way? You do realize that the town is surrounded by massive walls. Sure, the barrier only stops them from getting in here, but... well, back then the wall was clearly breached by a spell. Considering their variety... true, I suppose. We obviously can't question everyone in town, though. Security measures have also been increased since the breach. I'm afraid climbing or flying over the wall wouldn't be possible. We have measures in place to stop that. Right. I've read that warning about how nobody should attempt that. We have people patrol to check for tunnels or holes, too. Haven't found anything. Can't tell you more than that, either. Okay, then. That's good enough for me. Good enough for now. The town has turned into a perfect locked room. A locked room? Please, it doesn't even have a real ceiling. We know now who passed through the gate. That'd be useful? I don't know. Isn't there a name on this list I don't know? Maybe I should ask. Let's start by asking. Who is this Karen cat mentioned in the gate records? Oh, that's the witness I mentioned. If you want to know more, I can tell you what I know. That would be appreciated. The witness. Oh, Karan cat. But I've read that as Karen cat. Karan cat. He lives near the gate. Didn't reveal much, the fellow. Seemed pretty tired. Well, after witnessing what he's witnessed, I probably wouldn't be in best shape either. No need to be modest, detective. You could take it, I'm sure. Flattery? From you? Did I forget it's my birthday or something? True. I'll take it back. More importantly, what did this man actually witness? The crime, of course. I was out of town with you when most of the interview happened, so you can't tell me any details on that. Yeah. Oh, I know. I can give you his address. You can have a little chat with the man himself. You really need to get along with strangers in this profession, huh? Sure. I'll pay him a visit. Just head east from the gate, and you should get to his house. It's right there. Okay. The only witness to this crime is guaranteed to be the killer. I hope you don't plan to tell him that. I kinda need him to be cooperative, and I've never done this. Wanna make it easy? Are you afraid of a challenge? There's a difference between a challenge and pointless difficulty. Okay. I also want to try and learn more about Nils. What's this? Nothing. Yeah. Regarding the victim, where can I find out more about him? You're asking tough questions. The man liked to keep to himself. Always on the job. A little like you. You live right down the street here. Not far from the palace, of course. Right. Suppose he always had to be ready as a GF member. His house is right down the street? Maybe I should go take a look. Interesting. Maybe that's what we'll learn more about. Let's go see Titus Ronos. Or at least where he lived. This must be the victim's house. He must have been pretty wealthy. GF members get free lodging provided around here. But their pay is probably pretty good, too. You considering to become one? Me? Who do you take me for? I'm above that level. And your future is looking dark. What's our secret plan here? We break into the house? Well, wait, seriously? I mean... No, I didn't think we'd actually do that. You were the one that kept telling me to take this extremely seriously. If the truth is to come out, we need to know what the victim's been up to. The police's case is extremely strong. But that's probably also their weakness. They're so confident in it that they might not even bother to look here. Well, it's true that the detective didn't mind sharing everything. It'll most likely be pointless in the end, but what, really? Why am I starting to be so invested in this? The thrill of a new experiment? Or do I actually believe that the kid's innocent? At any rate, I've made up my mind. Got any ideas, assistant? Look under the doormat? Classic. Nope, no key. Looks like we're not dealing with an idiot here. Brute force? Do I look like I've been shaped to break down this door? Most doors go down in 2 to 3 hits. It's easy. If that was true, there would be little point to them. Even if this was true for doors inside a house. This is a front door. A high-quality, intrusion-proof barrier. A door amongst doors. No way. Its power level is that high? I never realized. Figured that'd get you on the same wavelength. Getting better at this. Then let me analyze the foe in more detail. I'd rather not go for the windows. Aside from the fact that breaking glass is dangerous, it'll also make a lot of noise and leave traces. Do you have a paperclip? There's one that was holding together some papers in my court record. Perfect. We can proceed with the master plan. This is supposed to open the door for us. Let me just quickly check lockpicking 101. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so they put this into the keyhole. There's no way it's going to be that simple. It's fine. Just leave the details to me. They've already figured out exactly how this door works. But, really? How would you do that just by looking at it? Behold, the all-embracing grimoire. With your spell, it's a door, not a document. Seems like your painting cannot even look beyond the surface. Don't be so hard on him, Ray. Not everyone has such skills or perception. You can act like that after your plan worked out. True, a door's a door. That much you observed well. But doors are manufactured somewhere. And things that are manufactured have a blueprint. Oh, not bad. Well, I doubt you'll need much of a blueprint for a door. You do? To make sure it has the right dimensions, the hinges function properly, and, of course, to have a proper lock. But unless you know who made the door, that won't help you. And that's why you should have taken a close look. It clearly says DD right here under the handle. Huh. It's kind of faint. I wouldn't have known those were 2 Ds. But it has to. For you see, DD is an abbreviation for a certain brand of doors. I learn something new every minute in this job. Look it up. It stands for decent doors. Oh, it's a perfectly adequate door. It sure sounds like they were confident in the quality. So May gave me the idea to look for decent doors blueprint. After a couple of tries, I got it right. I'm impressed, I'll admit. Your spell has more uses than I would have ever thought of. The fact that you evidently keep using it to look up nonsense left the wrong impression. Hell yeah. As it happened, decent doors are all very similar. Put in the key, which moves 5 pins into the right position by either pushing or pulling. Take a good look at this. Oh, hell yeah. If you hacked open the lock, this is what you'd see. So those are the 5 pins. This is where the key goes in, by the way. Wait. Are you telling me that all the doors have the pin in the same spot? Totally. Wouldn't that mean the key for this would work on every other of those doors, too? I think they had some other obstacles that ensure only the right key fits. Since you're going to use this, those are irrelevant. I'll take your word for it. These pins can only be in 5 different positions. In order for the door to open, I'll have to make them each be on position 3. Just like the 3rd pin here. The one in the middle. One of them is already in the right spot? Yes. Starting to see why they quantified these as only decent. But wait, some of them are too high. How would a key pull them down to the right spot? They used a little trick. Yeah, they made their keys magnetic. I see. This is starting to sound fascinating. Too bad I don't have any magnet with me. In fact, I'm not sure I have the skills to move them correctly at all. Couldn't you use elementary combination? To combine part of that paperclip with a pin. That should make it simple, even with your clumsy fingers. Not that I ever approve of easy mode. Suppose that could work. Finding objects can have unexpected results, but in this case, it's only parts of 2 objects that are close together. They'll probably just merge for the duration. Just be careful. You push the pins too far up or down, they will bounce back. Like if you push a pin in the highest position, 1, even higher, it'll drop back down to position 2 instead. It's important to not mess up, or you'll lose track of where the pins are. We obviously can't look into the lock, if you don't know how close we are. Go on a blind challenge run. Dangerous. We only get 1 chance. Careful, systematic approach is key. So you won't be stuck here trying for hours, I guess. This would be a good place to save. It sure would. This is starting to make me think that we're actually going to be playing the lockpicking minigame, which is kind of exciting. Not gonna lie. We'll do that next video.